Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good moment of now, wherever you guys are in this beautiful present moment of now. Stepping into your heart space, feeling into the now. Just hopping on for a Power of Three message. We'll just wait and see if anyone wants to pop on, guys. And I'm just gonna, deliver a Power of Three message. Just feeling a little bit slow and heavy today, so I know this is going to energize me and perk me up. It's kind of like, it's like a spiritual practice unto itself as we tune in and as we breathe into our center. It's really a spiritual practice, just bringing our focus to the now, because it's in the now and it's through our breath and it's through our connection to our heart space that all truly is available to us, guys. That higher frequency knowledge, that higher wisdom, insight, guidance. When we breathe into the now, we're connecting to the fullness. We're always our God source energy, but we are connecting and allowing that fullness to come through. Hey, Tino. First one here. Woohoo! Hey, Thaddeator. You guys are cool. Thank you. Yeah. So, all right. So just give it a second. You guys that are on, if you don't mind sharing out, I appreciate it. We're just going to see what you guys deliver. You guys are the ones creating this message through your awareness, through your presence. Well, as God source energy, we create and we reflect into our reality that which we are, that which is for us, helping us, guiding us, whether it be through contrast or joyous experiences. You guys are the ones creating that. But I know you guys are all creating this message through your heart space for me to reflect. Good morning, Suzanne. I loved your profile pic I saw on this morning. Like when I first wake up, sometimes I'll flip through Facebook, and yeah, it was a beautiful picture. Hey, Amy, thank you for joining. Just hopping on for a Power of Three, guys. And you guys know the Power of Three is just bringing forth information from our mind, our body, and our spirit to give us that nice, strong alignment, that nice, strong foundation. If we're too off in our mind, well, we're not stable. We're a little tipsy. If we're all heart and we don't operate with our higher mind, then, we're not balanced. So it's about bringing in the balance. We are the Holy Trinity. We are the living God, and we are experiencing that through our mind, our body, and the spirit connecting the two. All right. Hey, Press, thank you for joining. Thank you guys for being here this morning. Thank you for co-creating this message. I'm always I have no agenda, so I'm just totally open to receiving and channeling that which you guys are reflecting. So before we begin, before I pop on, I'll just ring these bells to clear energy and what spirit, your spirits, what your higher self, your heart, your physical self too is encouraging you is I heard very clearly creative expression. So a lot of us right now are actually creatively expressing. Like I know Tino just wrote a book. I know that John is working on a creative endeavor of himself and for himself or of himself. And a lot of us right now are stepping into creative endeavors where we're expressing in even kind of an artsy way through writing, through art, through music, whatever it is for you. For me, it's channeling, posting, that kind of stuff. We are all stepping into a really flow of creative expression. So there's always those times where we pause, we're processing, we're integrating new information. We're coming into a greater understanding, alignment, and insight as we tune into our heart space. Well, we've done that, Spirit is saying, and now what we're doing is we're stepping in to the creative expression. We're stepping in to the taking action. We're stepping in to the doing of it through the physical in whatever way, shape, or form that is for you. So that's really cool. I love that. And what that is doing, it's bringing forth new life. It's literally bringing forth new manifestations to be experienced through your senses, through your visual, through your touch, through your taste, whatever. You might even be creating a new recipe, not following a recipe, but creating your own recipes, even for taste and visual and all your senses. So that's really awesome. That's really awesome. I love that message. It's so beautiful when we see the physical reflection and we receive the physical experience in whatever way, shape, or form of our energy in progress, in our expansion. We like to see the results of us connecting to our heart. We like to see the results of all our hard work, of all our integration, of all our processing, of all our clearing, of all that we've been learning in a class or all that we've been learning from going within. Oh my God, it's so rewarding. And that's what we came for, to receive that physical expression of wherever you've been putting all of your energy and focus. And that's being coming to fruition now. It's coming to the surface. It was brewing, it was cultivating in here underneath the soil. Now it's like it's coming. And spring is also coming as well, sort of. So, yeah, so that's really, really beautiful. So before I begin the message, we'll just connect to our heart center, our heart space, the sun within. That sun within shines its rays, not just on this timeline, but all timelines. So the sun that you're connected to, your focused awareness now, as Suzanne, as Precious, Amy, as Ria, as Tina, doesn't just shine on this life. It shines simultaneously through all our lives and timelines, bringing forth alignment and freedom of truth. Truth is freedom, guys. And if you are experiencing anything that is encumbering, inhibited, uncomfortable, it's because you're growing into a greater awareness of truth. Everything has some degree of truth, but we are expanding that and transmuting anything that is not in alignment to that expanse of truth. I just felt a little glitch in my heart. I said glitch, a little opening in that. So we're coming to that realization and consciousness of it. Anything that doesn't feel good, anything that doesn't feel repressed isn't the whole truth and nothing but the truth. All right, so take a nice deep breath in, guys, to your sun within. Hold it. Feel into your energy. Feel those rays expanding. Feel yourself literally as the sun in the middle. And take in a little more air and a little more and hold it and express it. Express it. That's so weird. I said express it. Wow. So actually what Spirit was showing me is every ray also is a ray of expression in your life, whether you're channeling, whether you're a dad, whether you're a mom, whether you're a student, a teacher, whatever you are playing that part in life. It is a ray, it is an extension of your God source energy. Wow, I love that. So on the out breath, when I meant to say, okay, breathe out, and I said expression, that out breath is an expression, because when you tune in, when you take that breath into your present moment of now and totally, fully connect to your heart, that is connecting to your source energy. It's connecting. And then the exhale is releasing that to be realized. So you're breathing life by connecting to your heart space. You're breathing life as you bring focus to it. And then the exhale is that creation and expression of your frequency that you just connected to. Sometimes, it's not always outwardly action taken. Sometimes it's just, having those thoughts and dialogues and communications with yourself and your mind and your heart, tweaking, integrating, collaborating with that higher awareness that you are within, which is found in your heart space, in your mind, the higher mind, the visions, the insights, the ahas, the dreams, the things that just come to you out of nowhere. And then there comes a time when you're taking action. And again, Spirit saying it's a time to take action on those creative endeavors. Awesome. That's exciting. I already feel energized. I already feel energized. So awesome. And whenever we take action, oh my God. So what Spirit's really saying also, whenever we take action on our inspiration, it energizes us. That's how we are a self-sustaining force within our own life. This is that generator, the energy, the source of all that we are is in our heart space. It is our God self, because that is the connecting, the connecting energy, streams, consciousness, force, whatever you want to call it, in all realms. So here you are, the sun, and then all of those rays are the expressions coming from you. That's so cool. All right. All right, so I'm just going to pull a paragraph, losing my religion, breaking down the walls, the illusions, the distortions, to release, to express that which is inside. All right, guys, you guys are the one choosing this. Hey, Donnie, good to see you from Pakistan. Okay, Donnie, you have to claim success right now. Hi, how? Love from Pakistan. Please, when I getting success? You get success when you claim your success now and then let it express. Connect to your heart space. Claim it. Say, I am God's source energy. How much more successful do you need to be than that? There is nothing beyond that. And then allowing it as you connect to that energy to express like the sun's rays in any way, shape, or form it comes from. It's not something you look for. You are that. We just need to allow the expression of that, Donnie. All right. Shoo. I love making those sounds. It's like connecting and then releasing in my own little vibrational frequency tone. Shoo. All right, here we go. Yes. All right. So everything is connected and synchronistic. So I always go to the page number. It's 99. 18, which is a 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 8 is a 9. So that's representing actually coming to an ending and a new beginning simultaneously, taking stock, looking back, ending a cycle, bringing everything that you've learned and gained into that new cycle, they're saying. Everything that you've experienced up to now was to help you step into this new cycle, this new beginning, this new creation, this new life, this new moment of now. Even doesn't even have to be something grandeur. It can be something simple as that next breath. One breath in, you connect to your source energy, you've activated and connected to yourself energetically, and then that gives you a spark, and then that spark adds to another spark. So it's even mini cycles of every breath, and that police song's coming up, every breath you take, and then the next and the next and the next. Well, what I feel is being called of is we are stepping into a whole new cycle, not just a breath, but a whole new cycle, not just a day, a time, an hour, a minute, a second, but a whole new cycle. We've really have utilized and really tended to our garden. You guys have all tended to your garden, and now it's time to reap the harvest that's taking you into that next cycle. All right. What did I say? 99. All right. So I also like to go to the chapter because that all means something. Well, son of a bee, it's 11. That represents almost like a gateway. The one and the space in the middle is that gateway to that new beginning. Even 11 is a mastery. 11 is aligning to all that you are. 11 is bringing all of the polarities, the contrast, everything you've experienced up until now that have been causing angst or questioning, or just it's causing your growth. Basically, the yin and the yang, the contrast that you experience within you, trying to figure out and problem solve and all of that, find the answers. Oh, well, my heart said this, but it didn't really, whatever, or how does this work with this, and how can I make what's in my heart manifest in the physical in a tangible way? So it's all of that coming together, and each one in the 11 represents the yin, the yang, the black and white, the contrast coming together in alignment. Oh my God, this is so powerful, to create that opening, that pathway. Well, we are all in that opening now, and we're presenting the expression gained from bringing together opposing forces or things that didn't seem to merge. Well, they're merged, they're aligned, and they're open for us. That's also represented by the 9. Okay, so right before this doorway, you were over here working out all those energies, integrating, trying to understand them, make sense of it from the heart and the mind, from the spirit and the physical. And you did all that. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're in aligned. Now we're the 9, but now we're stepping forward into the 1. into the 10, that new beginning and that expression. 911. Oh my God, Suzanne. Thank you. Oh my God. Yes, I love it. And I get all like charged up. Like I was just talking to Tino and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling so heavy. I'm feeling a little heavy and low energy. And I got to do my power of 3 because it activates me. That power of 3 brings in, we're activating each other, bringing it into alignment. So the 911, that gives it even another whole perspective, an ending of a cycle as we step in and bringing it brings it all together. And that even explains the deeper meaning of literally 911. All right. So thank you for that, Suzanne, that insight. You guys are just so stinking amazing. Okay. Oh, wait. At the beginning, I said we're stepping into our expression. The subtitle of chapter 11 is Empowerment Through Expression. Oh my God. That's what happens when you show up. Just show up. Don't have to have an agenda. Just show up for your light. Show up for yourself. Step into that moment and the mind will say, well, I don't know what I'm going to say, or I don't know what I'm going to talk about. What if nothing comes through? Let go of all those little thinkings and just step into you. How do you step into you? Just step into the now. Step into your breath. Step into your heart space. Breathe into it. All right. Do I have glasses here or not? All right. So empowerment through expression, celebrating what we are and what we are to become. And that's really a good message for you. I think it was Donnie. Celebrating and claiming who you are now, because you keep asking about when success going to come to you. Well, success is always going to be at an arm's length away. If you think it's something you got to achieve or go towards, you are your success now. Your God source energy. It doesn't get any better than that. And yes, we have to come to terms with what does that really mean as a physical body? We're not just little peons. We are embodying that and to experience it. So then we got to kind of like come to terms with, oh my God, I'm God. Holy shit. God is my finger. God is my skin. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So celebrating who we are now as we are creating. So it's not like I will be successful when I create whatever, a following, a teaching, a class, a card deck, what have you, a book, a publisher. No, 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 no. Those are just the consequences of claiming your success now. Those are just the reflections of you claiming your success now, connecting to your God source energy, connecting to, oh my God, you as you are now, those thoughts, those ideas, those visions, those dreams, those goals, that energy, that savoring all of that essence that you hold within, that excitement, that passion, that is success. Connecting to that now, knowing it's available, that's success. That's, you're already successful when you come into that awareness, and all else is a consequence of that connection. It is a projection of that energy. So many people, and I know they're having their path and they're spiritual beings, regardless if they know it or not, but they don't know that. They don't know what I just stated. They don't believe it. And of course, it's through the belief that you fuel it, that you fuel that expression, that you feel that projection. So you guys are so successful in just knowing that. And knowing it means just being aware of it. We all are that, but being, I guess a better word would be being aware of it consciously, not just unconsciously. But, you know, God's self always carries you through. It's going to make you conscious one way or another through that outside reflection, relationships, jobs, whatever you're going through in life. It's going to make you conscious of it. So this whole book's basically about self-realization. Come into that and dissipating and dissolving anything preventing you from really, really communing with you, who you are. All right, so let's go to number 99. Let's finally do this paragraph. I love how there's so much information and everything, a page number, a subtitle, everything, absolutely everything. It might help if I had, hold on, do I have any glasses here or not? Dang it. Oh, I can read it, but all right. So today's paragraph on 99. As a child, I was taught to confess my sins to a priest. I always questioned this form of confession growing up as a Catholic. I couldn't understand why God would give only this. Yeah. So when you really like think, I couldn't understand why God would give only a priest the authority to absolve me of my sins. If God truly was almighty and forgiven, what about the people who were not taught the Catholic tradition? I do not believe God would be so limiting. Why go to a priest than go directly to God himself? It is something that I participated in, but I did not fully understand until recently. So even these limiting thought forms act as a catalyst or a trigger to get you to go within and connect to the greater truth. And it makes you question all of these ideas. Sin, what is sin? Is there even sin? What is God? What is a priest? And what parts do all of these labels and definitions and beliefs play in my life? So even that activates so much light within you, because as you ask, you will be given the answer. But who are you asking? That even brings the point of, well, who are you asking? Something outside of you or something within you? You're really being confronted with some great truths. How I see it is, really, I was asking myself, I'm having these conversations with that God part of me that I've created, or humans have created a separation. Even in the 11 number before, there's no separation between even God and ourself. So it's us coming to that understanding to walk through that gateway with a greater sense of power, self-empowerment, not from the ego, but from the true power that we are. Sin, for me, is anything that creates that separation, the belief, the energy, the thought that creates that separation of you and God. There's only us in reality. There's only us, and we're reflecting all of our God self through one another, bringing us back to ourselves. But this is beautiful because you guys all came as warriors of light to come back to yourself and living in the living physical form, not having to die, not having to transcend. You came to experience your God self here and now. So that paragraph just kind of brings up how we really are given truly food for thought in every moment. We are creating that which we need in every moment to activate that truth, that connection, that portal within in living physical form on the 3D. How awesome. All right, I think that's about it for that. It just, to me, basically shows the concept of sin, which is the illusion of anything separate from you. To me, that would be the greatest sin, because that is what takes you away from God. Normally they would say sin takes you away from God, but really it's just that thought, that thought in itself that takes you away from God. And then the idea of anything having power over you, the priest or a religion or Catholicism, anybody having any authority over you. So to me, that's also crumbling down as well, as we step into our gateway, through our gateway. Wow, that's super powerful, guys. That just shows how you are all master light blasters. You guys are the ones creating that. And a master light blaster, to me, the definition is someone who is activated, somebody who is empowered by the darkness. So I could take that limiting thought, but me as a master light blaster, I was empowered by the limiting thoughts. I was empowered by that because I took that darkness, that doubt, that confusion, that not understanding, and I allowed it to activate me to the truth that I am. That's what a master light blaster is. You allow the darkness to activate your light. Shoo. All right. So Mother Earth heart card, what do you got to say? To me, Mother Earth is that physical. Our hearts are one with Mother Earth. She's physical. We're physical. She reflects that rejuvenation, the balance, the cycles, everything working in perfect harmony, sustenance, healing, abundance, all of it. Our hearts are one with Mother Earth. Everything in Mother Earth, all the plants, all the animals, all the trees, they all reflect a deeper understanding as well with spirit. Everything, the roots, the trees, the leaves, everything. All right. We'll see what Mother Earth, which is one with our heart. And all of these cards, guys, our heart speaking to ourselves to bring us some insight, to bring some energy into our awareness, to help to get to the center of our heart, to heal us, to dissipate, to transmute anything that prevented us from fully stepping into our heart, our God source energy, the truth of who we are, what we came to experience. And we came to experience all of it, but you know what I'm saying, to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. Alrighty, so what do we got here? This little broken shell. It's white. The white always represents that purity, that divinity that we are, pure and whole. It's the ego that will create the blemishes, the spots on us that we think we're not pure or holy or saintly. God is all is created in God. Everything is created, even the darkness, with the basis of love. The only truth is love. If only truth is love, then nothing can truly hurt us or diminish us. Even that little spot, even those little areas where we're not accepting ourselves or blaming ourselves or thinking we could be better, look better, do better, act nicer. Like that's me sometimes, not respecting, like I'm not in the mood to talk. Or my son Caleb this morning is like, let's just go have a coffee. And I'm like, woke up really early. I had to rush to get Mythos to school. I like my time alone to connect, but then sometimes I might feel a little bad because I'm not giving and being nicey nice. I'm not like that. And I just have to accept, okay, I know I'm nice. I know I'm pure. I know I'm God divinity. I'm just not in the mood, and I'm going to respect that. And I got to give to myself. I need my alone time. I need to wake up slowly. I need to have my tea. I need to just connect, do my message, do my run. So it's about accepting yourself in the areas that you feel are is blemish the word, or the spots that you hold, that is all still to serve your divinity. It's beautiful. And what's this little thing is here? To me, it's almost like the separation. You know what I mean? The beliefs or the darkness that creates separation. So if you think you're not like all perfect as a human, you might, what that does to you, those thoughts of yourself, or this, John will relate to this, non-acceptance, we create that separation. See that right there? It's like a separation. The things we think about or hold ourselves um, in shame or guilt or accountable for, that really don't need to be, we separate ourselves from our God self. So that's what this little branch is showing. And this is the first time I've ever interpreted it that way. I never really knew what that branch was. So you guys have just gave me that insight. So thank you. And this is against a dark little patch of seaweed. So it's us rising from the darkness and uniting, not separating ourselves from who we really are, which is God. Hey, Pam Gary, thank you for joining. So it's called Simply Be Time. And that's so funny because I just used that example that I just need to simply just be with myself in the morning. And it says, when you give up doing for the sake of accomplishment, you create space to connect to your soul. For through this connection, your intents can manifest into the physical world. So we have to have time with ourselves and not feel guilty for it, and not feel bad because you're not giving to someone what they might be requesting. But then that gives them, when you say no to someone, it gives them the opportunity to be with themselves as well, to have their own inner connection and not to look for that outside source that is not sustainable. I mean, we still come out and support and join and communicate when we're supposed to, like we are right now. But there's a message here as well as honoring your Simply Be time for yourself. Simply Be is how all of your intents, your dreams, the you that you are manifests in that reflection of the world. This also has another meaning. It shoots out from you. What's within you will shoot out into your physical world and reflect back to you from your me time, which is Simply Be time. Make sense? That is awesome. All right, so one more card, guys. This is the power of 3. If you are just hopping on, if you watch the replay, you'll get more understanding from this. You guys are the ones creating it. So Pam, I see you just kind of popping on. So obviously now your energy is feeding this message. Everything is divinely timing. So who was here from the beginning, kind of help with the foundation, the platform, those popping on. Well, Pam, I feel that even this, whatever card comes out for you, Pam, might be actually pertainable just to you, but for the whole. That's just the way Spirit just gave it to me. Those that kind of pop on later, or those that pop on the replay, are also still aiding to the entirety of this message, because you guys are the ones creating it and reflecting it, just like this card. Through your own connection and Simply Be, we're projecting that out into our world to be seen, to be experienced, to be lived, to be felt. All right. Of course you understand. You're a master light blaster. All right. I got to get on my butt. I'm sitting on my knees and now my legs are going to feel it. All right. Let's lower this down here. All right. So the consciousness one, it's the present. Number 23. So that is bringing ourselves, goes perfectly with Simply Be time, simply being in your own presence. That is amazing how these two cards well, I should get used to it by now, but I'm always amazed. So Simply Be time, being with yourself, be present. That's what creates the change. The 23 is a 5. That's what creates the change. That's what creates and brings forth your intents into the world. Just like this card said, Simply Be time brings forth the intents to be manifested. Simply Be time. So it's the times of non-action that inspire the action and actually bring about the very thing that you want. And what you want and what you think you want are two different things sometimes. So Simply Be time gives you time to connect to your heart, to figure out and to connect to what you really want. Not just a space holder, a distraction, any of that, but what is it you really want to see and experience in your world? We say we want peace on earth, but what does that really mean? Yeah, it's nice if we did see peace in the world and everybody got along and there were no wars and everyone was fed and all the children were happy. So that's definitely a reflection of peace on earth. But if you don't have that in your own heart space, that's still not going to make you happy. It might ease the pain a little bit, but also there's two messages here. What really makes you happy? When you're really happy and connected to your heart space, you see the outside world differently. You see it from that higher frequency. You, through your own Simply Be time and connection to your heart, creates the change. And I'm feeling it really strong in my heart right now. A lot of opening up, healing, energies loosening up. It's through your own connection and your own peace that you actually will see that in the outside world. Just like somebody who's really angry and miserable can see a situation, and then somebody at peace will see that same situation completely different. So you truly hold the power, and it's through that Simply Be time, being present with yourself, connecting to your light, connecting to your fire, your passions, your inspirations. All right, so what it says is, I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. Wow. It's like a little fairy with like little leaf wings. The wind's blowing. She's got little leaves. It's almost like she's time traveling, passing through. She's like a little fairy, little magical creature. So her, through simply being present with herself, she's traversing through timelines by just being still. It's like she's still, but time is almost like going through her. So through your being still, you're actually the one creating the illusion of time and everything that's before you. It's all still coming from you. It's shooting out. Geez, everything's backwards. It's shooting out from you. There, got the finger in the right direction. And then the 23, I just going to interpret it really quick because we talked about today's message about self-expression, the time to express. So the 2 to me represents coming, your spiritual self merging with your physical self in the present moment through your own connection, which is the 2, which is unity, teamwork, cooperation, bringing together the opposing energies. And then the 3 is creative expression. So this ties back into the beginning message of how we are all stepping in to our own expression of creativity, creating something new, I don't know, was creating a podcast, but all of a sudden they just said podcast. So someone maybe watching now or later is literally creating a podcast. I don't know. They just said podcast. So bringing forth the creative expression through our non-duality, through the merging, through being that yin yang, through allowing the contrasting experiences to come together for that new creation, that it has catalyzed and triggered a new unity, a new teamwork, a new creative expression with you, with your spiritual self, with your physical self. Very beautiful. All right, guys, you created an awesome, awesome message. Thank you so much for that. If anybody has shared out and just want a quickie, let me know. And if anyone wants a personal, let me know. I'll just stick up. I know there's not very many people on. But also for you guys watching later, if you ever want a personal message and you weren't on this live, just inbox me. I'll stick my PayPal up just for the hell of it. But if you guys just shared out, want a quickie, let me know. And just in case anyone wants a personal, I'll stick it up there. Which means their own personal power of 3 of what I just did for the collective. Tino, if you're still there, do you want a card? Who's there? Who would like the Earth Heart card? You guys hear me okay? My darn earbuds just popped on the screen. Who would like a message? Anybody? Or is that all you need for today? Hey, Brenda, good to see you. I didn't see you there earlier. Thank you guys for popping on. Thank you for bringing your present to this moment where we are all joined in that single moment. That's why these messages are so powerful. Spirit just came through and explained it. We are all present in the moment, and that's why power of 3 messages are so powerful. Or any message that comes forth on Temple of the Sun, because we are all shining our sun, our awareness here, opening up, giving of our energy and our awareness to receive the insight within your own sun. Hey, Robin, didn't even see you there. Very beautiful. All right. So I saw Robin first. So this is just for Robin. I'm just going to do some real quickies. And then I see that you want one, Amy. So thank you. All right. So what we got here is a seaweed. What's standing out here is just that stake in the ground. To me, you're being called to put your stake in the ground, commit to some creative project, because that looks like a grounding rod to me. The heart is wide open. You're open to receive. But to me, it's about putting your stake in the ground, Robin. And what it says is vibration. You get what you vibrate. No one owes you anything. Everything emanates from you. That's how much power we all have. It emanates from you. No one owes you anything. No one needs to do anything for you, but people want to do things for you when you are vibrating and stepping into your power, who you are. So it will serve you well to bring intentional focus to that which makes your heart sing. So focusing, imagining, feeling into the energy of that which you want to put your stake in the ground, what you want to commit to, and don't feel bad if you don't know what that is. It's just telling you what you focus on, you're going to create that vibration. So just make sure you are focusing on that which you intend to create. That's how you put your stake in the ground. You put it in your heart, you commit to your heart, your mind collaborates and works with you, and then you take action on whatever that is. But it's about committing. And obviously there is a time where we are pondering and we're thinking, should we go that path? Should I do that? Should I do this and the other? What this card is telling me is all the energies are sunk up. You know now what you want to create and intend. Just put your stake in the ground and commit to it. That's a good message. All right, Amy. Mother Earth heart cards. What's our heart want to bring into our awareness? And obviously, if I'm delivering it in a way that doesn't resonate, but it clicks in a different way for you, obviously listen to your own discernment. Or you might even get something stronger from it, like my message, and then you ponder it after this live, and then something else comes to you. It was simply an activation for you as well. All right, this one always stands out to me.
that you've experienced some pain in the past. You've been a doormat. People have run over or taken advantage of your energy, but that was due to you allowing that. You allowed in the past. We're talking the cycle that you are ending. It goes back to the beginning message, how we're ending, but creating and stepping into a new one. In the past, you might have allowed and opened your energy up to be taken advantage of, or because you're a pure heart, beautiful soul. We do that. We want the best for people. We connect to them. We want them to be happy. And I know so many times I will just like, I'm good at compromising or just throwing in the towel to family members. And I just want that peace and harmony. And I will say, okay, I don't care what movie you watch. I don't care what restaurant, as long as everyone's happy. But what they're doing is they are bringing attention to what makes you happy, Amy. Again, committing to yourself and having your time to do what you really want. Yeah, sure. It's peaceful. Just it goes back to that analogy of, okay, we all want peace on earth, but if we're not feeling it within and fulfilled, what good is peace on earth on the outside if it's not within us? So they're bringing that to that mind, that example, like, all right, so everybody wants to watch, say, I don't know, The Matrix, but I've seen it. I'm not really into it, but I just kind of hang out because everyone else wants it. So I just feel there's a calling for you to do for you. And it's kind of like a piggyback from yesterday's message as well. What can you do for yourself? How can you give to yourself? I know you said you did your own hair yesterday as well. How can you give to yourself? So that's what it's about as well for you. It says heart's truth. If it's in your heart, then it is in your power. For all true power comes from the heart. So all true power comes from the heart. And if it's in your heart, then it's in your power. So there's also a message here that maybe a dream you're holding, maybe an idea you're wondering, well, if it's in your heart, then yeah, then open up your heart and it's going to present as well. So there's dual messages here: being open in the past to given too much, but now also your heart is open so that you can also tune into your heart, open it up, and allow that reflection in your world. If it's in your heart, it's in your power. That is an awesome message, Amy, for all of us. So thank you so much for holding space for that message for all of us, because you're reflecting an energy that only you can experience as Amy, due to all the Amy's, all the timelines, all the parts of you that have ever existed. So you really are having an experience that we can't, but then all of us individually are having experiences, but still aiding the one, aiding the whole, aiding the light. I feel more strength. Yes, beautiful. All right, anyone else? Gladiator? Mother Earth heart card? All right, Gladiator, I'm going to pull you one. You're always so generous in your cards and givings and readings. All right, so you get this one, Gladiator, and it's a little seaweed in the shape of a heart. To me, this is all about root chakra, grounding, bringing forth your creative expressions, because even this little tail here looks like a little anchor almost rooting into the sand. But what always stands out in this picture is this little guy here. You guys see him? See his little mouth, his nose, his eyes, his little antennas? So it's almost like John saying, oh my God, I'm receiving all this information. Or almost like you're feeling overwhelmed with everything you're receiving. That's how I'm taking it in this moment of now, this message. I haven't ever read it in that way. Like you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the possibilities, because every bubble, all of these sea foam bubbles on this seaweed heart, bubbles to me represent potentials, represent realities that are there for you, but it's up to you to put your stake in the ground. Which bubble of reality do you want to poke and enter, John? So it's just saying there's so many possibilities. It's up to you which reality you want to poke, burst, what reality, what thought in your mind you want to burst open to enter, but not just enter, but burst open to experience on this physical world. And what it says is God is not an institution. He is the very breath that you breathe. God is all of life. God is the very essence of who you are. Do not look elsewhere for God is looking through your eyes and creating through your mind and, beating one through your mind and beating as one with your heart. So he's creating through your eyes, through your mind, and beating one with your heart. That's just reiterating the whole concept, not concept, truth, that you are the living God, and he speaks in your very everything, your everything. And it talks about that paragraph, the beginning of the Power of Three message, how he's not an institution. You don't need to go to a priest to confess. You don't need to go into church to commune with God. You are one with God. And that's just reminding you of that, John. You are the vehicle in which God resides. That is stinking ass powerful. We all are the vehicle in which God resides. We have the answers to even the bubbles representing all of our questions, all of those thoughts that we question. A thought is a reality in itself, because there is an existence, a timeline for every thought that you have. If you have a thought that you're bad and you're evil, there literally is a timeline where you're experiencing that experience. It's not mean it's the truth. So it's about going within and finding your truth. Every bubble here represents a reality based on your thoughts and what you're believing in as well. So it's saying you don't need to go on the outside, even though the outside is always reflecting where we are and guiding and helping us. It's just saying that you are the very vehicle in which God resides. That is beautiful, John. Beautiful for all of us. Thanks for holding that message. Hey, Erica. Sure. Last one. Choo. Would love a card. What time is it? This is for Erica. Erica, what message does her heart want to present into her awareness, just to bring food for thought, to activate something, understanding, guidance, insight? These cards are awesome for connecting to your heart, because your hearts are one with Mother Earth, represented by every one of these hearts. All right. We get this little snow patch in the shape of a heart on the pavement. So the pavement, dark times, hardships of your past, or just, hard surface, feeling that you needed to be strong in yourself, has cultivated you into connecting to your divinity. And to me, it has shown you through contrast, or what you don't like, what you do like, and it's caused you to go within and seek and gain those answers. The white always represents divinity to me, connecting to the truths within your heart. But snow also was water. Water is about our emotions. It's about the flow. It's about our heart energy, the feelings. Well, it's crystallized. To me, this is crystallized emotions. Crystallized frozen water is snow, crystallized. And that's representing to me you crystallizing your thoughts and emotions into your reality, experiencing that which you feel deeply, you deeply desire and want. It's going to be crystallized, or it's reflecting in your reality. But what's being called of you is to reach out, because from the side, and this could be to do with actual love, romance, because it looks like a little cherub. So this little girl here, little cherub, it looks like a cherub to me. Here's that fluffy little hair poof. She's facing this way. See the little nose, tiny little nose, little mouth, little chin. There's the neck. Here are the wings. And she's planting it in firmly solid in the ground and the pavement. So to me, you might have been heartbroken over the past with relationships. They made you, they weren't mistakes. Nothing is a mistake, Erica. You went through what you went through, whether it be a romantic relationship or a work relationship or family, whatever it was to teach you about you. And it has. And so now you're stepping forward in a greater strength of you and your own truth. The neck is kind of thick here. She's reaching out. The little cherub is reaching out and bringing out her truth. You are manifesting your heart's desires in the physical through believing in everything you were taught. You're allowing everything in your past to bring you to reaching out and moving forward in your truth. You're manifesting your truth. The thick neck represents speaking your truth, being anchored in your truth, standing in your truth. And you know what? You're damn right. You came here to live the physical experience of your divinity, of your truth. So what it says on the back is energy, signals, create. All right. Your true vibration is that which motivates, inspires, and uplifts and excites you. So your past and anything that's been contrasting experiences has brought you to that connection to your own divine frequency imprint. What excites you? What do you want? What do you want to create? What relationships do you want to engage in? When you step into your vibration, which that's what it does, you've not only stepped into it, Erica, it looks like you're moving forward with it. That is your new foundation of creation, what you're creating, what you're expressing. So when you step into your vibration, you give off a frequency that is a stamp, your imprint on earth. It is the creative force, which is unique and individual to you, creating a life that is perfectly matched and reflective of your energy. I didn't know that's what it said. I don't have these memorized. So that makes total sense. You are creating the imprint in your physical life of the energy that is your divinity. Doesn't get any better than that. It's about creating things that are in alignment to your heart now, not in alignment, but the very things that were unaligned taught you and showed you who you really embody, are, want, all of that. All right, Brenda. This one just popped out. I haven't pulled this one out in a long time. All right, so we always went to the beach. This is just like one of those black moving blankets. I don't know, are you moving? Or are you upset about a move? Because this is a moving blanket. When we first moved here from Vermont, we're in Maine, Old Orchard Beach. This is like, 9 years ago. I'd take the moving blankets after and use them as a beach blanket. They were really good because they're black and they absorb the sun. But anyways, when I got up, there was this perfect little patch of sand on the moving blanket. So I took a picture of it. So I don't know if you want to move or you're interested in moving or you've moved a lot or your world's tumbling down, like crumbling. See the sand, how it's breaking up? Maybe the people, places, and things that you wanted in the past or thought you wanted to move to or wanted to experience, they're kind of being broken down, which is bringing you to a place also of what you really want. And it's like, when the foundation has been broken or, the tower moment, it's really an opportunity. It's releasing that which is no longer serving you to get you to tune in and actually create from a stronger foundation of where you want to be. So it's sort of related to Erica's card even. Chihuahua, do you have a dog? Do you have a Chihuahua or an animal spirit? When I look closely at this, it almost looks like little perky ears. You're not probably going to see it. Got an eye, and then we got like a little mouth here, a little nose. Oh shoot, now it's like a little goatee guy. Now it's like I don't know. Do you have a spirit animal that you're aware of? Biggish ears, a little nose, eyes, a mouth, but then it's got like a little, like, how some dogs have little things on their chin? Maybe you're gonna get a dog. Not sure how this is resonating to you. But some things are being let go of for sure. Some things are being let go of. A lot of change. No Chihuahua. So a lot of things have been let go of in your physical world, representing the change. So I guess it's not a Chihuahua or a dog, but how would a dog or a Chihuahua? How does that energy reflect in your life? You could even look that up if you want, but in general, Chihuahuas are little, but they make a lot of noise. So I guess it's also for you, the little things in life have shaken you up a little bit, like things that might seem little to some people, well, they all add up. And also it's saying not to belittle any new opportunities coming your way, because even though Chihuahuas are little, they, little dogs are yappy and they really hold their ground and they're really confident. I know my daughter has a Pomeranian and lots of attitude all over that little pup. So, or maybe someone in your life, maybe a kid has all that attitude. They're little, but they have a strong voice. So that could be the energy that you're bringing forth as well. You might feel you're little or you can't make these big changes or figure them out, but guess what? You have a big voice. You have God source energy speaking for you. So yeah, I can definitely see the changes and the breakaway and letting a lot of things go in your life, physical, but that is all to aid you in a move that is going to be more fulfilling for you, represented by the moving blanket. Re-examine and release, go figure. Yeah, so that's releasing. Didn't even realize, and it's so funny, when I matched these cards up, I had all these messages from Gaia, I had all of these images, but it was too much work to like keep flipping it on the program, and I'm like, Spirit, I leave it up to you, carte blanche. Take all of these 100 messages, match them to the cards where you feel appropriate. Never fails, never ever fails me. Negative experiences are an opportunity to re-examine old patterns and beliefs, that create blockages. This is for you, Brenda. Preventing the expansion of love. As you let go of outdated thoughts, you create space for higher frequencies, energies permeating in your life, to permeate in your life, in your being, and then your life. The new energy will translate into your physical reality. So as you let go of all these changes happening in your life, it's just setting you up for more fulfilling, higher vibrational experiences. Even the blanket being black represents, okay, the unknown, maybe being confused, not knowing where you're going to go from here, but it's all taken care of. And what it's doing is it's just a letting go and a releasing of energies that you have fulfilled their purpose. You fulfilled it. You've extracted everything you can from them. You've learned everything you needed to, and now you're just moving on. You're moving on, and that's not always easy, because I know I personally get very I put a lot of emotion into every place I live or everything I do. And then when it's like taken away or this changes, sometimes that's difficult because I have so much love poured into something, but then it's being removed. And then I just got to call and trust and saying, okay, that's because there's something better for me, even though in the heart, it's hard sometimes. Kelly Deck. All right. Good to see you, Kelly. Where the heck did my, oh, here they are. There's heart cards go. Okay. One last one, Kelly Deck from the Mother Earth heart card deck. All right. Speaking my truth a lot. Awesome, awesome, Brenda. That's beautiful. So when you speak your truth and you connect to that heart space, everything that is no longer doesn't resonate with that truth, that isn't in vibe with that frequency, it's going to like peel away from you. And then that gives you the opportunity to create. And that just can be manifest or move or have relationships, jobs, people, whatever it is, stuff in your world that appears physical. It's going to be replaced by things, people, places, and things that resonate with your truth. So that's what I feel is happening for you. And it's actually happening for all of us, but we go through cycles where, you know, sometimes we're releasing more, sometimes we're embodying more, sometimes we're like all of a sudden being flooded with all of the reflections of that vibration. So that's what's coming to you as well. You're going to be flooded with newness. And even things will take on a new vibration that you always saw in a certain light. So as our vibration rises, even, we will see the world or situations, things, even our past situations from that higher perspective. And that's how you heal the past. Because as you tune in and grow and love self and go within for your answers, then you gain this higher frequency because you are the sun is within you, your God source energy. Then as you allow that, then everything is changed, because then your past has a different meaning, which affects your future and that karma or the consequences. So it's always everything truly is tied into the moment of now. As you gain that higher perspective, it changes how you look upon your childhood. And as you are operating and embodying a higher vibration, that affects what you're creating. So it really is about an ending of cycles, wrapping up cycles. We've extracted everything as a collective, what we need, and we're stepping into this new creative expression. What you have, Kelly Deck, is strength. I love this. So this little ant hill, it's in the shape of a heart. So they're just saying, hey, believe in the impossible. You would not think little tiny ants could come through this crack of pavement. It's almost like the ants created the crack and said, hey, we're going to build our home here. It seems impossible, but we can do it. So they brought and created and dug underneath, and there's the little mound of heart sand. So this has got a couple different reflections. It can be that your darkness in the past, experiencing struggles or pain or things that required a lot of fortitude and inner strength from you, have created your strength. They've made you strong. But not only that, your inner strength is cracking open areas in your life that you might have felt hopeless or helpless. It's cracking you up. It might be literally cracking you up too. You know, sometimes you go crazy, like, holy shit, how much more can I take of this? But it's giving you strength. And through your connection to your heart, the impossible is going to be done. You're going to create and crack open areas in your life that you never thought possible. And ants work together too. So it is about teamwork, working with your guides, working with the people in your life, working with your family to create these impossible feats. And even I never seen this from this heart before, but a lot of the hearts look like little birds or chicks. So right here, I see a tiny little beak, a tiny little beak, a tiny little eye, a tiny little head, almost like this is feathers or the butt, whatever. So this is also about new beginnings and being freer, freeing yourself from limited situations due to your own inner strength and faith, Kelly. Laughter is medicine. Absolutely. Strength lives, so this is the meaning of it. Strength lies not in the doing, so it's not even about doing. The strength lies not in the doing, but in the being. So you've had to really tune in to a state of being that has really brought you solace and peace and fortitude within yourself. Strength is your state of being when you choose to keep believing, regardless of what appears to be real. It is through your belief that all things are possible. Beautiful. So it looks like you're creating or have these dreams, and this little bird wants to put its feathers out and fly. So creating freedom through your faith and your own belief and self and connection. Very beautiful. All right, guys, signing off. Signing off. All right, resonates. Awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for shining your light and creating these messages. These, like this message wouldn't pop out unless Kelly presented herself, took action, and asked for a card. Any of you guys. So you really, really held space for us. Crows. Oh yeah. Cries have been following me. Okay, yeah, crows. Crows you meant, yeah, cries. The cries of the crows, right? I love the crows. They always speak to me. And what they do is they're dark birds, but they release the truth and guidance and inner wisdom and in the light that comes from the darkness. So beautiful. I do connect heavily with crows and the cries of the crows. They're almost haunting when they're big groups of them, but they're calling you to connect to the truth in the darkness or what you're worried or wondering about, the confusion and all of that. So beautiful, Kelly. All right, guys, may you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.